All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, also freedom all over the world. Wherever you're judging us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on all the activities happening in Biafran territory. Please subscribe to this channel if you've not yet subscribed, and do not forget to always choose Let's Talk TV because this is where the news lies, this is where the broadcast lies, and this is where we will continue to give you all the information on the Biafran struggle. Now, straight up to the issue on ground, because this is a critical life update from the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá. Yes, he actually came out to speak about a very serious issue, you know, and this thing is something that has been ongoing in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. These things have been happening in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, and that is just the reality. So, on that note, I want you guys to listen to this particular video very, very well. You know, listen to this video very well, and you will understand why you cannot work for Nigerian government. You cannot continue to be a snitch. You cannot continue to um work against Biafra. Those that have done it, those that have snitched on Biafra, on the Biafran struggle, they've actually gotten their own share gain. Those who have rebelled the cause, they've been through a lot. They've been through, through thick and pains. They are suffering under the Nigerian government because what the government does, the government is built in such a way that it uses you, then dump you. He made mention of the Ezewere, and as people don't even know, he was arrested for kidnapping, and he was secretly moved to Abuja. You will listen to it. And one thing about the Prime Minister is that, he has a way of uncovering these atrocities of the Nigerian government. He just has his way of uncovering them. So nothing is as if nothing is hidden from him. So that is just the reality, and that is just the fact. So many things are going down. So many things are happening. But at the end, the only thing I will keep on saying to all Biafran is, no matter how bad it is, you need to continue to strive on till the freedom comes. You need to continue to move on till Biafra comes, because definitely it will come, and that is just the reality. That is just the fact. So watch this video from beginning to end. It's always good for you to know these things, and to know the next move to make. You need to be informed. That is why we are giving you the information here. So watch this video from beginning to end, and share this video to so many platforms, so that our people will continue to also know what is happening, because they need to know.
We focus on making references to the past event. And of course, before I continue this particular space program today, I would like to use 1 minute of silence to honor one of our own who passed away today, in the name of Victor Adim. Mazi Victor really was one of the backbone of the government from the time while we were still in autopilot. He has been there in the government, from advisory committee to New Dimension to the recruitment board. Many committee has participated in making sure that the Biafra Republic government in exile is what it is today. We are going to miss his experience. We're going to miss him. It's a big loss for the government. But the struggle and the fight goes on. He was very sick, battled the sickness, and of course received the best medical care that anybody can have. But God, in His infinite mercy, knows the best. Wherever he is today, I believe he will be very proud of his involvement in Biafra struggle, in Biafra liberation. He left a fulfilled man, because there is nothing in this world to a man like doing something and he sees result of what he's doing. And then, of course, at the same time, seeing the green light at the end of the tunnel. Victor was in Finland last year during the Finland Convention. And like I said, his spirit will always be happy wherever he is today. So we're going to observe a minute of silence for Mazi Victor Adim. God continue to grant the family with strength and the spirit to carry on. My fellow Biafrans, a lot has happened, like I said, since 2021. You know the reason for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnapping from Kenya and rendition to Nigeria is to end Biafra struggle, to end Biafra agitation. Everybody knows that. Nigeria itself, as a government, is a kidnapping government. And that is why they are very comfortable with kidnapping crimes. That is why kidnapping crime has become a national job. That is why government officials, military, police, and all other security agencies are directly involved in kidnapping. That is the reason they kidnap at checkpoint, military checkpoint. And a lot of people have been kidnapped at the military checkpoint, and they paid, after paying over 50 million naira, they got released. One of them is the bishop, who was kidnapped, and they paid about 100 million or 50 or so to be released. He was kidnapped at the military checkpoint. So when people are complaining about the rampage of kidnapping in Nigeria, sometimes I look at them and I wonder, what kind of human beings are these? You are complaining about kidnapping when the government has actually created a career in kidnapping. And that's why they overlook every other thing happening in Nigeria. They overlook them. They overlook the kidnapping businesses they have opened and encouraged both the military, the police, and those working for them to, venture into. Only when you are against Nigeria, only when you are fighting for the freedom of the people that are being kidnapped, only when you are doing something to prevent them from kidnapping in the name of fighting for Biafra, or to use the situation that Nigeria have created to fight for the freedom of your people, only then you become an evil person. Only then every crime committed will be, attributed to you. But they are the one who involved in kidnapping. And today, I want everybody to understand how the kidnapping is happening in Biafraland. Now, there is a king, Eze, in the former Imo state. The Eze of a community called Owerri Ebeiri. Owerri Ebeiri, their Eze is called Eze Uzoukwu. I asked a question yesterday, people from that community, to ask where is the Eze of Owerri Ebeiri? Where is the Eze today? And I'm here to share the story. The Eze Uzoukwu from Imo State is a right-hand man of Hope Uzodimma. Last year, they planned to come to Finland. He was in the forefront of fighting Simon Èkpá in Imo State. This same Eze was the Eze Hope Uzodimma is using to recruit criminals, assassins, and those who kill and murder people for them. This same Eze is the same Eze that was used to penetrate the criminals, IPOB Nigeria criminals. This same Eze was the Eze Hope Uzodimma used to commit all manner of crime killings of political opponents in Imo State. And it baffles me. Today, this Eze has been arrested and captured in Imo State over kidnapping. As I'm talking to you, they have transferred this Eze to Abuja secretly. People of Biafra, Biafrans in Imo State, the former Imo State, Biafrans in this particular community called Owerri Ebeiri, where is your Eze? Your Eze is now cooling in Abuja over kidnapping because probably he has kidnapped unkidnappable. And Hope Uzodimma, as usual, exonerated himself. Nobody is talking about this Eze. Why is Nigerian media not talking about the Eze that is now in Abuja over kidnapping? He is a very close person to Hope Uzodimma. The closest Eze to Hope Uzodimma. And now they have arrested him. And Hope is now claiming he knows nothing about it. So my question to people of this community, if you know anybody from this community, where is your Eze? Why is the Nigerian media not talking about Eze that has been arrested over kidnapping? So this kidnapping he did, the last kidnapping must have been a very big one for the order to come from Abuja. And Hope claimed he knows nothing about it. But this same Eze was the one whom Hope have used to buy people as Sapele. Sapele is the head of the kidnapping, is a kidnapping gang of the criminal IPOB Nigeria in Anambra. Sapele came last year with other 6 of his gang to Imo State on the order of Hope Uzodimma. This same Eze was the one who received Sapele. This same Eze is the one using Sapele, Chinasangoro and Co. to do kidnapping in Biafraland. And whenever they succeed in this kidnapping, they will come to Radio Biafra go to on social media and start narrating how somebody was kidnapped. And people are not asking questions. How do you get intels of this kidnapping? How do you know the story of how somebody was kidnapped? They will come and narrate the story and use it to do program. And the idea is Hope Uzodinma recruited this man to be committing this crime for their own selfish, and then at the same time to use it to blackmail Biafra struggle, Simon Èkpá. They will come to social media and start shouting, oh, release this man, Simon Èkpá, go and release this man, you kidnapped this man. And they will start sharing the story, and nobody is asking. You know, when I come across these videos they are doing on social media, I will just overlook it and laugh. You will hear them sharing the story of how the person was kidnapped, and they are telling you to go and release the person. They will tell you the exact point the person was kidnapped. It is them that kidnapped the person. Otherwise, they wouldn't know how the person was kidnapped. They wouldn't know where he was kidnapped. They wouldn't know the story. But when you talk, they tell you there is nothing like M branch. All those things were dissolved. Nothing like there is nothing like intelligence. It is them. And today I've been able to make series of posts to prove that indeed these IPOB Nigeria criminals are the kidnappers in conjunction with the bandit in our land. So I challenge every Nigerian media. I challenge people who have been fighting Biafra Liberation Army, especially in Old Imo State. And I want you, if we are from the old Imo State, former Imo State, I want to ask you to put a call to a community called Owerri Eberi community and ask them, where is their Eze? Their Eze is today in Abuja for kidnapping, and it is not making the news. Why is it not in the news? Is a question. Because if this Eze case is in the news, a lot of people will begin to think. A lot of people eye will begin to open, especially those who are wallowing in this darkness. They will begin to ask questions. Why is the closest person to Hope Uzodinma arrested and taken to Abuja for over kidnapping? The same people who are looking for Simon Èkpá to kill. They do this crime, they commit this crime, they commit this kidnapping crime, they kill people and they blame it on Biafra. So what Hope did was to recruit them to be used to kill our people, and then they blame it on Biafra agitator. So my question is, this Eze now is in Abuja because probably he has kidnapped somebody, a very top government official or something, and the thing got leaked. So Hope Uzodinma is now exonerating himself. He don't want to intervene to save the man, because if he do, then it will lead to many things that were hidden. So he claimed he doesn't know anything about it. He doesn't know that the man is a kidnapper, a king. And I'm here to expose not only that the man is a kidnapper, he is using the IPOB Nigeria criminals. Number one is Sapele. And I said the day Sapele and 6 others went to collect money from this Eze, I know. And the reason we did not bring them down that day is for a story for another day, because it is not time. It is not real time. We don't want to, we don't want to start something that we cannot finish immediately. So their time is coming. Their time is coming. And of course, you may have started seeing it. This Eze called Eze of Owerri Eberi, Eze Uzokwu, is now in Abuja under detention for the crime of kidnapping, and no Nigerian news media is carrying it. My question is why? Because they don't want you to know those behind kidnapping in Biafraland. They don't want you to know those behind the insecurity in Biafraland. Like you see, I posted this particular space today to talk and expose about the kidnapping. You see, many of them are not here because they don't want to know who is. Just mention Simon Èkpá. They are interested. Once it is not Simon Èkpá that is, that is involved in the kidnapping, nobody's interested. That is how it is. But you know one thing? The war is on. the war is on against these criminals in Biafraland. And we will show you what we want to show you. What we can never show you is what we don't want to show you. The end result. Ejima was arrested for kidnapping. Ejima was the commander in the IPOB Nigeria Limited. He mentioned Chinasanworu. He mentioned Ima Powerful. He mentioned all of them. Ask yourself, why haven't anybody taken action? Why haven't those writing petition against Simon Èkpá taken action or write petition against them? Because they are the people government, Hope Uzodinma, and this e-way they are using. Now, another person was also arrested, which confessed of killing Gulak. Gulak was killed in Imo State. You can imagine a very high-profile person from northern Nigeria came to southeast. He was assassinated. The entire northern Nigeria, they swept this thing under the carpet because to them, fighting Biafra is more lucrative, more important than fighting those who killed their own brother in the east. A very high-profile politician was killed, murdered like a chicken. And the person who ordered the killing is Hope Uzodinma, using IPOB Nigeria, Chinasanworu, using this same Eze. It is this same Eze that recruited the killers of Gulag. Today, nobody knows that Eze was arrested in Nigeria. Nobody, no Nigerian media. I am calling you the name of the Eze. I am saying the name of the community of this Eze. I am saying that this Eze is currently being detained in Abuja. Nobody hear about it. I am blowing this whistle so that those who were writing petition against Simon Èkpá can ask questions. Since your petition, ask question, where is this Eze today? And why is he not making news in Nigerian media? Why? Because if they do, I will be vindicated. If they do, everything will be exposed. Why a whole Eze was arrested for kidnapping, taken to Abuja? Nobody hear about it. The same Eze killed Gulag. He was the one Hope Uzodinma contracted to hire these people that killed Gulag. The person that participated in killing Gulag, arrested, he confessed, he narrated how he killed Gulag, and that those people who hired him to kill Gulag were the IPOB Nigeria, Chinasanworu and group. Hope Uzodinma used them. Nigeria didn't react. Nigeria security did. The northerners, whom their brother was killed in the southeast, nobody wanted to talk. Have you ever seen anything like that? Because the agreement is to use them to fight against Biafra, and they have failed. But I just want to refresh the memory of the northern Nigeria. That Gulag, the killers of Gulag, has been captured, arrested, confessed. The killers are still, nobody have called them by their names. A whole Gulag was murdered in the southeast. And nobody is talking about the killing of Gulag. Is it normal? It is not normal. But I want you to say that it is Simon Èkpá gang, Simon Èkpá boys, Simon Èkpá. It is only when it is Simon Èkpá boys, or when when we have no proof to prove that it was them, everybody will share something, Simon Èkpá, Simon Èkpá. And I'm asking you a question today. Why has it not been on the social media or in the Nigerian news that Igwe Eze of Owerri, Ebeiri, has been arrested for kidnapping? He is a very right-hand man of Hope Uzodinma. He is the hit man. He is the one calling the hit for who is to assassinate, who is to be killed, and who is not to be killed in Imo State. Today, he is in Abuja under detention, maximum security detention. And no news in Nigeria carried it. Everything in the secret. But the people of this community know that their Eze is missing. Many people even know that he has been arrested for kidnapping, but it is not making the news. A lot of evidence is everywhere. But you know what they do? They will write rubbish. Èkpá is killing military. Èkpá is doing this. Èkpá is doing that. I will continue to defend Biafra people. I will continue to defend Biafraland. And there is no amount of blackmail propaganda will stop it. My job and what I was born for is to make sure Biafra come. And Biafra is here. This year, December 2nd, Biafra declaration of the restoration of Biafra in Finland. That is a sacrosanct. And then after that, we will change gear. Now, we have been calling on people of Biafra to stay away from checkpoint. This calling and warning started since last year. You know, when we start to warn you, does not mean that it is going to start immediately. We come well planned, prepared. And once we start, there is no going back. We have been warning hawkers, people that are hawking in the street, do not hawk close to checkpoint, the kidnapper checkpoint. Don't hawk closer to the checkpoint. Because when it will happen, you will not know. And we don't want to harm any civilian. It is for you people, because of you, we are fighting this freedom. It is because of you, so that you will not be living in a country that you will be hawking and carrying something to sell in the street. That's why we are fighting. So you must not be at the wrong time, at the wrong place, at the wrong time. Stay away, completely away from military checkpoint, so that you will be alive to see Biafra. Those who think that December is not going to come, December is here. I see those people who have been, parading themselves as they are fighting for Biafra for many years. They say, let us see how Biafra will come. These are people whom, because of their preaching, many people believed them and died. They died. They died in Imo State. They died in Abia State. They died in Anambra. They died in Enugu. In numbers. Who will ever believe that in 2024, the same people who were telling you Biafra or dead are now telling you Biafra can never come? The same people who 3 years ago were shouting Biafra or dead. But what they don't know is that we never, ever even believe they will be part of the Biafra at the end of the day. That's why we said we are going to be the end of their criminality in the Biafra movement. When we made that proclamation, they didn't believe us. They know, but those who follow them doesn't believe, because they don't see beyond their nose. But they know that those pronouncements is spiritual. Today, what is happening? And let me tell you, anybody that is joining to be recruited by them, and they give you a gun in the name of fighting for Biafra, you know you are not fighting for Biafra. They only want to use you to fight those fighting for Biafra. You will go down. You will go down. The only luck you people have is that we have not remembered internal issue. We have not remembered. We are yet to remember internal issue, but that time is fast approaching. The distraction is getting too much, and we will start facing the internal enemies very soon. And by then, the same people will be shouting, they are killing each other. They are killing each other. But nobody is seeing what they are doing today. They are not going to dictate when we are going to fight internally. Biafra people will follow their template, and there will be no distraction. We will remain focused, and our eye will remain on the rising sun. So the topic this evening is those behind kidnapping and criminal activities in the southeast that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about in the court. You know, when he made the statement, those of you committing crime, I did not come to react because I know whom he was talking to. And today, the evidences we have provided so far, and what I am, the claim, not even claim, the exposition I'm making out of the Igwe, of the Eze, of Owerri, Ebiri community, who is now languishing and cooling in Abuja, should, open your eyes. Why is the media not talking about it? All right, I'm going to leave it here to the host. I'm ready to answer questions concerning this particular issue, nothing else. Issue on kidnapping and the exposition we have made today. If you have any question Any comment to make, you are free, and I'm here to answer your question. The Deputy Minister of Communication and the Cabinet, I welcome all of you.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, my Prime Minister. Good evening, sir, from here. Welcome, sir, and welcome all fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. And my able comrade, also Mazi Ugo 247. You are welcome. In the absence of my Minister of Communication, Mazi Akparawasoni, and we are here to attend to Biafrans as you are all here to ask questions and to bring in your concerns, and the Prime Minister is here to answer you. As you go, please open your mic and give us your opening.
Thank you so much, Bam Bam Bam. Good evening, my Prime Minister, and greetings to every Biafrans. Yes, we are here again, and we are opportune this very evening to have our Prime Minister amongst us. And I encourage every one of us to pick the mic. So you ask that questions that have been bothering you. You heard what he said now. These things has been unfolding, and we are happy things are unfolding. Thank you so much. Let's go.
Thank you, Mazu Go. Please, those that are coming in, you see the title and you have listened as our Prime Minister, our Odogu of Biafra, is there anybody still doubting whether this particular instrument of war? Please mute yourself. If you come into the room, mute yourself. If you don't mute yourself, I'm going to remove you. I'll mute your mic track. Do not open your mic except you are asked to open it. Okay, we need to remove you now immediately. All right, please don't open your mic except you are asked to open it, please. And ask your questions, please, based on the topic. Where is Eze?
All right, thank you for listening to this wonderful video. Do not forget, we'll continue to drop you back-to-back news and back-to-back information, things like this, videos like this. And do not forget, based on some of the comments that Asari Dokubo made, I want you to go to the comment section and give your own input concerning this issue. Like I said, this is a critical issue, and this is an issue that every lovers of freedom all over the world.
Good evening, my Prime Minister.
Enjoy.
And all Biafrans on the space. My question is not to the Prime Minister, but to the media houses and Nigerian media that are here. During the assassination of Ahmed Gulak, I remember the Nigerian forces, the military, the police, and the joint task forces. They killed our Biafran youths and tagged them the assassinators of Ahmed Gulak. Now, I want to ask the Nigerian media, when are you going to report or ask the Nigerian forces the identities of these people that were killed and tagged the assassinators of Ahmed Gulak, as our Onyendu pointed out after that incident that happened in Imo State? That is my question, and it goes to the Nigerian media. I know they are here, and I know they are listening to us. So now that the people who assassinated Ahmed Gulak are here, when are you going to ask the Nigerian media to produce the information and how they got the intel that showed them that those people they murdered in the name that they assassinated Ahmed Gulak were the ones that assassinated Ahmed Gulak? Thank you, my Prime Minister, for all you're doing, and all the cabinet members here. Our media, thank you so much for your work. Darling, everybody.
Thank you very much for that question.
Thank you, Mazi Snow. And we are waiting for them to bring up their press release and answer those questions. Those are very salient questions you just put out there. The whole world is watching. And right here, we are close to 1,000 people, if not more than 1,000 people that are listening. And the media houses are here. Yeah, please, we are on YouTube. Every channel is connected because the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government is here and everywhere is standing still. And you are not raising your hands in the house, and I am concerned because if you don't raise your hands, I don't know whether you are ready to ask questions. But I am curious to know this person with Nigerian flag, HM Batul. Please unmute yourself. We want to hear from you. What question do you have for the Prime Minister? Obaloso. Okay, Otunwa Moya, please unmute yourself, please.
Yes, good evening, great Biafrans, wonderful people. Good evening, my Prime Minister. Thank you for your good work. My question is for all these Ezes we have in Biafra land today. I don't know if they are still valid, or are we gonna regard them in our 40 states of Biafra? Because a lot of these Ezes, they have done so much to harm our people. Please, sir, can you address that? Thank you, sir.
The issue of Eze is something that is internal. We will handle that internally. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Otuwamboya, you've heard that, and I am sure you are aware already. Thank you so much. And then we have in our midst our senior comrade, solid success, Chika Oderes. Mazi Success, you're welcome to the space. Please, you can unmute yourself if you have anything to say. Please, Mazi Success, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mazi Raphael, Bam Bam Bam, Mazi Go 247, and most special regard to my Prime Minister, His Excellency, the only one eye, the only one eye. Remember that sign in 2021 that they mocked at, and today he remains the only one eye. The able Prime Minister, my Samonepa, the every other prominent Biafrans and all Biafrans present here, all journalists present here. And I want to react to the first question that guy asked about Nigerian journalists. I hope I'm coming out clear, right?
You're coming out watching, okay?
All right. Do not ask Nigerian Gotham media journalists, both in print and in audio. What about what happened to Ahmed Gulak? Nigeria is a crime scene. That is why we do not have to emphasize so much on this as a Uzouku of Owerri Ebiri community in Imo State. We don't need to emphasize on him so much because the when we will begin to expose them, they will release him. Remember what's going on at issues of local government. It is something pointing to the Eze. You remember the incident at Izago, the same thing. You remember the incident at somewhere in Aniri. It is the same thing. All the Ezes, all the so-called Ezes in those areas are pure jihadists, and they use them as a tool of kidnapping. So if they go against their little rules, then they will handcuff them. We know all of them. None of them are clean from top to bottom. So, as Prime Minister said, that the issue of Ezes are internal is a matter for another day. But we have to at least tell the Nigerian people, the Nigerian government, and the world who care to listen that Nigeria is a crime scene, where both the politicians, the state actors and non-state actors who have agreed with the state actors are perpetrators of crimes of different rate of kidnapping and all sorts of things. Today they are still talking about Chibok girls who have given birth to about how many children in the desert. These are the things we see and hear in Nigeria, and the world is keeping silent because they know from top to bottom Nigeria is a crisis. Ekonomadi is still in UK prison. Hopefully you are aware. He's a prominent senator who have occupied a seat for 16 years and was found wanton of human and organ trafficking. This, they are the way all of them roll. There is no clean politician in Nigeria from top to bottom. There is no clean Eze that is occupying traditional stew in Nigeria from top to bottom, both in Odua, Arewa, and Biafra Nation. All of them are the same thing. The people that Abacha put into prison when he was the president are the ruling class and the decision makers of this crime scene called Nigeria. So, Prime Minister, please, we have a lot to do for Biafra people. You have to concentrate and forget about these idiots that are, we have passed vote of no confidence on them for a very long time, and this is what is happening today. The God of the land is exposing them on daily basis, and Hope Uzodinma cannot say anything. The people that they employed to make sure they become a distraction to you, they have failed, and this is why everything, they are fighting themselves internally, and it's coming out facially, and everybody's seeing it. So you are doing a nice job. I want you to continue on that very path. As long as you continue this very path, the Biafran people will continue to follow you and abide by your decisions. It is forward ever and backward never. All eyes on the rising sun. Thank you, Prime Minister. I'm with you. Good evening.
Thank you very much, Success. That's a very good one. And of course, like you rightly said, as we talk about him, they will release him. But the point is that whenever we begin to put emphasis on a certain topic like this, there is a reason for it. There is a reason for it, and the decision has been made, and the result will start coming very soon. Why we are making this particular exposition today is for people to know where the rain that is going to fall will start falling. So when that rain starts falling, you do not go out and start shouting, "What have we done to deserve this?" The people that we are going to make sure they pay the price are the evil ones. If you know your hands are clean, you don't need to worry anything about this whole thing that is going to start coming in the next few days. There will.
They will, Mazi Success. You are always a delight to listen to, and Biafrans already knows that, and we appreciate you. Well done for all you do, Mazi Success. Machineke. All right, going forward, please, I want you to grab the microphone. Benchu Sagu. Benchu Sagu.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Mazi Bam Bam Bam. Thank you, our honorable PM. You are doing marvelously, marvelously wonderful. PM, the Ezuku of Orediri is a close neighbor of mine. I'm from Olo. We really know that this man is really a bad man. In regards to the question you asked about the Northerners keep mute and being silent of their work, of their very, very best one being killed, is because the Hope Uzodinma is doing their bidding. You know, the bidding Hope Uzodinma is doing is more than the man they killed. So, and that is why they keep mute completely. So they will not do anything. But we thank God we have somebody like you who has come to put them to their last destination. And again, one thing I wanted to ask is, will there be any kind of changing of policy in regards to this Ezes something when Biafra come? Because this Ezes they are really how Aladdin in the land of Biafra now. They are causing a lot of havoc. Because they know that they are the last man, everything stop on their table. So they use people they want to use in committing crimes. So the poor man has no voice at all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And believe me, I will promise Biafra people that, in Biafra, United States of Biafra, we are going to be, the decision we're going to be making on policies will be just a common sense policy. And yes, the Eze system has been bastardized on purpose to destabilize our nation, to destroy our culture and value system. Every Biafran understand how Ezes were being chosen in those days. It is not by political appointment. So what did they do? Nigeria Fulani first destroyed our culture by abolishing the cultural norms of appointing Ezes in Biafraland. And then they politicized it. That was where everything went wrong. So definitely, we are not going to do that in Biafra. We are going back to our root. And that is one of the going back our root that we have been preaching about. You will agree with me that in those days, when Eze dies, there are a lot of rituals. It is not about Christianity or not Christianity. There are a lot of rituals that need to be done for the ancestors to choose another Eze, the next Eze. And once you choose something else, the entire community, those who were involved in choosing that Eze, will pay the price instantly. That is back to the root we are going to. So it's not going to be based on political appointment. Otherwise, it means that our culture has been defeated. So Biafra as a nation that have recognized traditional worshippers, recognized Christianity, recognized Jewish worshippers, will make sure that our Ezes goes back. The process of choosing Eze in our land goes back to the time of our ancestors. That is our culture. The definition of culture by the Europeans says that the culture is a way of life of the people. And this Eze system today in Nigeria, in Biafraland, is no longer the way of life of our people. Because our people and Ezes in those days were not being appointed, it's not by a political appointment. But today, they destroyed the system. The governors will be the one to issue certificate to Eze. It is never done anywhere in the history. And that is the reason why every Eze today are criminal. All the Ezes in Biafraland, almost 99% of them are criminals. Because there are those who have committed one crime or the other to serve the interests of the political leaders. So once you are very good in killing, kidnapping opponent, you will be the next Eze of your community. And any day you stop killing, they will remove and take away your certificate. So we are going to do a very, very powerful cleanup